Today's podcast is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. If your property gets damaged by a storm, it's nice to know there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent in your hometown who's committed to making things right. Rain or shine, you can count on the great coverage and personal service you expect from Kentucky's insurance company. To request a free quote, find your local KFB insurance agent at mykfbagent.com. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Welcome to Down the Backroads. I'm Tim Thornberry, editor of the Kentucky Farm Bureau News. Maybe there is something to this laughter thing after all. We've all heard the saying that laughter is the best medicine, which can be directly related to a verse in Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. I got to tell you, I'd prefer not to have dried up bones, so I'd rather have that joyful heart. And in doing a little research about joyful laughter, I found a ton of information about why a good laugh does a body good, from simply improving your mood to being a health benefit. Now, since I'm not a doctor, I can't vouch for the better health thing, but I can tell you this. A good belly laugh makes me feel a lot better. And I say all this to share a couple of stories with you. Several years ago, I had a boss who was big into laughter therapy, and yes, there is such a thing. She even held classes in which she would lead people through a laughter therapy session. One afternoon, she gathered me and other coworkers together and asked if we would like to participate in such a session. Being a somewhat adventurous group, we all agreed and formed a circle in her office and began. At first, there were just small, almost fake, forced-sounding laughs coming from the group as we all found this a little unusual, maybe even a little uncomfortable. But as we continued laughing louder and louder, we found ourselves consumed in this therapeutic moment. Maybe, just maybe, there was something to this after all. While I never participated in another such session, I've always remembered this experience and the renewed sense of how much better I felt after letting out those big laughs. It just felt good. Feels good to laugh. Recently, my wife and I were running an errand and stopped at a local restaurant for dinner. Upon entering, we realized there was some sort of party going on. Turns out it was a local softball team having a season-end meal together, something I assume that they did every year. At first, all I could notice was just how loud they were. But then I began to take note of all the laughter that was coming from their tables. It filled the whole restaurant, but it was far from annoying, at least to me, but rather refreshing. These young people were indeed having such a good time, and likely unknown to them, they were creating a memory that would be with them their entire lives. At some point, one of their coaches passed our table and apologized for the noise. We quickly told her that an apology was not necessary. We found ourselves enjoying listening to how happy they sounded, and they were truly a happy group. I must say, their laughter was infectious and made our dining experience much more pleasant. While we can all enjoy more laughter in our lives, I really think it's especially important for our younger folks to feel a sense of joyfulness in a world that often comes with its challenges. I hope we can all experience a good belly laugh more often than perhaps we do. And I look forward to laughing with you somewhere down the back roads.